Welcome to Alcohol and Anime Night. Tonight we are unboxing the Chainsaw Man Makima Noodle Stopper from FURYU. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, and Happy New Year! Thank you so much to everyone who voted on the end of year video, which actually was what chose this figure to be the first one of the year to be unboxed. So let's check it out straight away. Now, I always find it a little funny to see how some people are super into Makima, and that to me tells me who hasn't read the manga past volume 10. And I always love that people are super into her, but nonetheless, I picked up this figure at an incredible deal. I picked it up for around about $14.99, I believe, at Ross, believe it or not. And what's weird is I tried to find a link for you guys to put in the description, and the cheapest I can find it is $25.99, and that's at Big Bad's Toy Store. However, everywhere else it appears to be sold out. So if you want this figure, check out Ross. Maybe you'll get a good deal, but if not, you might have to go with the Big Bad Toy Store. But maybe wait until I'm done doing the entire review here. Some of you might be wondering what a noodle stopper figure is and what it's for. The idea is basically that you would put your hot water in your instant ramen or instant noodles, and while you're waiting that 3 minutes, you put something on top of it to keep the lid in, keeps it more steamy. Well, there's a whole genre of figures that are meant to go on top of your noodles to keep that steam in, thus the noodle stopper is what it is called. It's essentially any type of figure that's in some type of sitting position. In this case, she could also be maybe the worst elf on the shelf ever. Now, the one thing I really found to be a little annoying on this, although not entirely surprising, is that on every picture of the box is a picture of her sitting in this really nice red chair, which I thought was really cool. I thought, oh, that's really neat, if it comes with that. And I thought, well, if it shows it in maybe one picture, it might be just for demonstration purposes, and maybe it says it on the box somewhere that it's demonstration purposes only, but I did know in my heart of hearts there was no way that that chair was going to be included, but for the price, it probably should have been. And the reason I say that is because of the size. And this is only about 1/12 scale, which is good because that means it can scale with a lot of other figures you have. In this case, it actually scales pretty well with the Power figure that we unboxed previously. It even happens to scale well with things like your G.I. Joe Classified. So if for whatever reason you wanted to put that type of display together. Pretty impressive details here on this one for the small size. I like the details on the shoes and socks. They're actually really well painted. The laces are painted. The detail on her ponytail with the hair texture, even down to the tiny little spot of paint application for the hair tie, is really good. And there are some other details that are also quite good on the anatomy, shall we say. But where it really shines, where this figure really shines, and maybe is the justification for some of the price, is the painting on the eyes. And I'm not sure my camera can do justice to just how good the detail on her eyes are. And if you're a fan of the anime and manga, you'll know that her eyes have a very distinct look to them, and if they messed it up, it would totally ruin it, and they really did nail it here. I'm not sure they nailed her expression. It's a little bland. I feel like they could have used just a little something more, something with the mouth. I'm not quite sure what it is, but the hand positions, the details on the hand, the details on her outfit, all completely match. The tie, everything really goes well. This is a great representation of this character. Now, the problem is the size and what you get for your money. This is a pretty small figure. It doesn't have any accessories. It doesn't have a base. It doesn't have anything. And so can you justify that almost $26 price? There's some really cool figures that you can get for that same price, maybe even a couple for that same price if you shop around. So is it worth it to you? You're going to have to decide that. Was it worth the $15 to me? I think so. I'm not sure where I'm going to display it. I'm going to be honest, Makima, not my favorite character, but it is really cool looking, and I don't have any of these noodle stopper style figures, so it could look kind of neat sitting somewhere. So If you like this, check out the link in the description. They're not sponsored or anything. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to buy it. And until next time, come by.